First National Bank of Omaha, the great big small bank. Turn it up. It's game time. Now, here's Adam Nigon and Brian Roth.
All right, a very good Saturday afternoon, and welcome inside Moby Arena. We are on the campus of Colorado State University as we get set for the final regular season game of the year. It's the Colorado State Rams hosting the Broncos of Boise State. We'll get you the starting lineups and the tip-off here in just a minute, but first, on the radio side of things, we'll take 10 seconds to allow stations to identify themselves. 10 seconds on the Colorado State Sports Network.
KUAD-FM and KUAD HD1 Windsor, a Town Square media station. Your home for CSU Rams men's basketball is K99.
Alongside Adam Nigon, I'm Brian Roth. We have you on the simulcast here today across the Mountain West Network. Welcome in everybody viewing it on the stream and, of course, across the statewide radio network here in the great state of Colorado. Let's get to the starting lineups presented by Barclay Motors, family owned and operated since 1936, and your one-stop shop for all of your vehicle needs. Boise State 19-11, 11-8 in conference play. They've won 4 straight, and the lineup looks like this. Dylan Andrews get the start, 6'3", senior, in the transfer from UCLA. R.J. Keene, 6'7", 212, senior from the Woodlands. He's a kid that spent all 5 years at Boise State. It's a rare thing these days. Andrew Meadows, 6'7", junior, Santa Clarita, California. Drew Fielder coming off a 33-point performance. The big man gets the start. He's a Boise native. And then Javen Buchanan, the senior out of Lafayette, Indiana. Leon Rice, the all-time winningest coach in the history of Boise State men's basketball. He's in his 16th season. Starting to lineup for the Rams, they come in at 12-10 on the year. They're 11-8 in conference. And, man, they are red hot. They have won 8 straight games. Rex Steiner, Butler, and Mooney's are the trio of guards. Rex Steiner, leading scorer for the Rams at 12.4 points per game. And then up front, Kerry Booth, 6'10", junior out of Inglewood, Colorado. Kyle Jorgensen, 6'9", sophomore out of Minneapolis. Head basketball coach for Colorado State, Ali Farouk-Manesh. He's in his first season, and not just a 20-win year. What a season it's been for Coach Farouk-Manesh. He's assisted by Tim Shelton, Ken DeWeese, Jimmy Foster, Cole Gentry, and Dave Filipovich. The Rams and the Broncos, 11-8 on the season. Here in the 20th game of the Mountain West Conference schedule, tied for 5th along with the Nevada Wolfpack. The Rams and the Broncos are surging. Wolfpack have fallen back to the proverbial pack. Adam Nigon, give us keys to this afternoon's contest.
Make the most of your offensive possessions. Boise State's one of the best defensive rebounding teams in the nation. They don't give up a lot of offensive opportunities on the glass, so make sure you're getting good looks. And on the other end, keep it simple defensively. Don't get beat like you did against the Lobos. Man up one and don't rush to get to those rotations.
Opening tip is won by the Boise State Broncos. They're wearing the whites here today. Corner 3 from the right side. This is short, and we get a foul going for the board. Buchanan and Booth got tied up. And Buchanan still down. This is going to go against CSU, and that's not a good sign for Boise State. Buchanan coming in averaging 12.5 points per contest, and he's still down on the hardwood. And the medical staff going to come out and take a look at him. Broncos wearing the whites. It is a green out today at Moby Arena, so CSU obliging on the uniform side of things, and they're wearing their green uniforms as well. Buchanan is up and holding that lower left back.
And one of the biggest reasons that Boise State won that game in the first matchup in Boise is Javon Buchanan. He came in, he crashed the glass a few times on Kerry Booth. Kerry Booth had to come out of that game because of Javon Buchanan. And so what happens first possession of the game? Both guys meet, basically brick wall to brick wall. And even Kerry Booth was saying he hooked me a little bit and grabbed my arm. So I guess now they're going to look at this one, which I'm not really sure. Then Leon Rice just waves him off and says, I don't.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, they were going to go over there, and Leon Rice said, no, don't even worry about it. Let's just play. And, it's funny because it looked like both the players went down. Looked like they got tangled up. Booth gets called with it, his first. And it's the first team foul. Opening possession here of the contest, Broncos and the Rams. Second matchup between these two teams as Boise State got the win in Boise back on January the 16th by 6. Andrews in the paint, step back 2.
Entonces los Broncos tienen tienen 7 juegos ganados, los últimos 7 juegos todos ganados, y quieren ver si mantienen esa energía de poder también ganar este que está aquí para tener 8 juegos, uno atrás del otro ganado.
Top of the key, it's Rex Steiner Off a screen from Jorgensen, back to Butler on the right side. 10 to shoot here. Rexsteiner out front with Fielder on him. Step back three, way off the mark. And the rebound falls into the hands of Andrew Meadow.
Nice job defensively from the Broncos. The Rams go to a quick gate screen, trying to get Brandon Rexsteiner an open three. They get a great job of disrupting the play.
Los Broncos tienen 2 puntos, Colorado tienen 0.
Fielder for three. He missed it. Aarons with the rebound. And gets the putback for a 4-0 Boise State lead.
Los Broncos tienen 4
switch. He gets a small Rexsteiner around him and he goes straight to the front of the rim.
18 minutos y 35 segundos
Spencer Aarons, the freshman from Ontario, Canada. He came in when Buchanan went to the bench.
Que quedan en el reloj.
Booth into the paint. His floater is up, missing there.
Intentan otra vez ponerse en la pizarra Colorado y fallan otra vez de nuevo.
Into the contest. Broncos leading 4-0. Boise State team coming off a victory against San Diego State on Tuesday.
Y perdió la bola ahí.
And it'll stay with
Puede ser que haya sido un foul por Colorado.
A Bronco win in their 4th straight victory. And that was a game in which they were in total control over the Aztecs.
Nice job from Jorgensen there, just making Fielder uncomfortable. He's just poking at the ball, not letting him get into any sort of rhythm there, trying to dribble himself into a post.
Con 18 minutos y 12 segundos en el reloj.
Comes to Keene out front, now to Fielder, fakes the three. Drives right, spinning
on
Jorgensen, lays it up in there. That's a pretty move, and it's
de abajo del canasto y
compare
fallan.
Jorgensen and Fielder, you know, pregame in the. Rexsteiner almost turns the ball over there, but I compared those two in pregame, except I said Fielder's a lot more physical.
Y Colorado tiene la bola y la tienen el espalda afuera. El reloj de tirarte está en 15 segundos. Tienen 15 segundos para tirar la bola. 10 segundos. Y está debajo del canasto y intenta de la pizarra y cogen 2 puntos. Por fin ya están anotados en la pizarra. 6-2 ganando los Broncos. Los Broncos son los que están vestidos de blanco. Los verdes son los de Colorado Rams.
Got held and a whistle and a foul. Second team foul against CSU. First on Jace Butler, the sophomore transfer from the University of Washington.
Dylan Andrews just so shifty. You see there that change of pace through the leg dribble just catches Jace a little off guard as he tries reaching in. Not. Andrews was going to get right to the rim.
Tenemos 17 minutos con 21 segundos en el reloj de medio tiempo.
Nato has the ball. He's just checked in, driving left in the lane. There's
intentan otra vez de tirar la bola y se bloqueada por Colorado Rams. Y intentan de 3 y fallan. Y tienen de nuevo la bola.
Carey, that's where Carey's going to get better, right? In transition, nobody should be able to get in front of him and stop him. He picked his dribble up way too early.
Está debajo del canasto, intenta tirarla y tiene el punto. Casi le dan un foul. Tenemos 8 los Broncos y 2 los Rams.
Twice now, just me versus you, and I'm bigger, I'm stronger, I'm going to get to the rim.
So an 8-2 lead here for Boise State. Good start for the Broncos. Mooney's the right wing sends it off to Butler. Butler puts the ball in the
deck. Está entrando para abajo el canasto. Y exitosamente 4
so good going to that left hand.
a 8 ganando los Broncos.
But it's so hard to stop when he comes and he's constantly on that right wing. It's perfect offensively in a position to get him downhill. And I mean, again, the Rams did not have anything going there offensively. As Broncos doing a great job defensively of fanning out to those shooters. Great job of tucking himself under the arms of the defender to get that and one.
Le dieron un foul y está tirando de la línea de foul. Exitosamente en el tiro. Para un total de 3 puntos.
Like to see the Rams defense make things a little tougher here for the Broncos offensively. Has got some pretty good looks here right at the rim.
Y los Broncos tienen la bola, están afuera en la 3, están adentro. Y le robaron la bola. Y ahí está solo debajo del canasto y falla.
It looked like a double dribble coming back on Keene. There was no call. Boy, Ali Fropenet saw the same thing. He is all over the officials on that. By the way,
y están de afuera en la de 3.
Kevin Rauer are the trio of officials here today.
Y tira de 3 para falla. Aparentemente llamaron un timeout.
Making the most of his minutes here early with Buchanan going to the bench. Not the offensive rebound, but it's going to keep the possession for the Broncos. They're working hard underneath.
Goes against JoJo McIver. We have a timeout, 15:54 to go. We're in the first. An early 8-5 lead for Boise State. Stay with us. We're back after this on the Mountain West Network, the Colorado State Sports
Y
Network.
vamos a un anuncio, mi gente. Y bienvenido aquí en Juan Sablo Todo en vivo, transmitiéndole, y déjenme en los comentarios de dónde me visitan, si están viendo la transmisión después de ser grabada o si están aquí ahora.
One shot, one champion. Who will rise to be the best in the West? Tickets are on sale now. Don't miss a minute of the action this March. VMW.com/2026.
Old Trapper Beefs. Camp Cravings.
There you go, buddy. Have fun.
This is not going to be pretty.
We're camping. What could possibly go wrong? No.
Cool.
That did not go as planned.
It never does.
Old Trapper. What's your beef?
So do you have a favorite bobcat?
Hey, Dad.
Hey, that's my jerky.
99, your home for CSU Rams men's basketball.
Right back here at Moby Arena this Saturday afternoon. Just out of the gates. 15:54 to go in the first. 8-5. Boise State with the early advantage. Rams basketball today brought to you by Colorado Farm Bureau Insurance. You can make your next play a smart one and protect what matters most with Farm Bureau Insurance for all of your needs, auto, home, life, farm, and ranch. Learn more at cfbinsurance.com. Well, good start here for Boise State and crashing the glass early, Adam. Rebounding 7-1 here.
Wow, that's disgusting. And then you look at this, 3 offensive rebounds already have led to 4 second chance points for the Broncos. And again, another opportunity here. They didn't get the offensive rebound, but they got the extra opportunity with the foul called against Aaron's, crashing the glass hard.
Dominique Parolin is checked in for the first time for Boise State. Here's Nato driving inside, got to the rim, blocked there by Booth. Loose ball picked up by Jace Butler.
Carey the eraser. Again, it's tough getting around a guy really quickly like that, but how quickly did Carey come over and stuff that at the rim?
And boy, a grab out front by Nato. And there's the call. Keith Kimball with the whistle there. We mentioned Keith Kimball, Luke Schumer, Kevin Rohrer, the 3 officials here. Second team foul on the Broncos. So Colorado State will throw it in on the sideline. Butler has it on the right baseline on the wing. Butler jab steps, drives, spins inside, kicked it out to Jorgensen. Can't pull the trigger though. Outside to Butler, step back, now inside to Jorgensen. Poked away, loose on the floor, still loose on the floor, and out of bounds. That'll go to CSU. No change of possession there, so the shot clock will stay the same. It sits at 6.
Rams got to be aware here, and what do you do? Who wants the ball? And how about that? Leon Rice going with the early challenge as RJ Keene quickly, as that play developed, comes up and circling his hands around saying, Coach, come challenge that one, I promise.
Yeah, Boise State and Leon Rice, they have challenged the call here. And you get the new challenge rules this year in college basketball. You have to have a timeout in order to challenge. Then if you win, you retain the challenge.
Again, it's one of those things, it's got to be pretty definitive, right? This early in the ball game, if you use it, you lose it, and better be dang sure that you're right if you're chirping at the coach to go look at that one.
All right, so the trio of officials looking at it, court side here. And again, a couple of teams that don't know where they're going to be slotted in Vegas coming up next week, but it is pretty simple for the loser of this game. They'll know exactly where they're going to be no matter what happens the rest of the day in the Mountain West Conference. If Boise State loses this game, they will be in that 8-9 game that'll tip off at noon Pacific time on Wednesday. Meanwhile, if Colorado State loses this game, they would be slotted into the 7 seed.
After previous view, call on the court, it's been changed. The successful challenge has been to go in and will not lose a timeout.
All right, so the challenge was successful. It's funny, on Wednesday night it was, down at the pit, the Rams and the Lobos, we saw 3 successful coaches' challenges in that game.
Yeah, really, and it's up to those assistants, those GAs on the bench with those DVR, recorders who get that quick replay on the sideline and say yes or no to coach as quick as they can. They're only as good as the Wi-Fi in the building.
All right, so the Broncos with the basketball. They lead 8-5, 15-10 to go here in the first half of play. Maryland sends it out front, the right side. Here's Buchanan, he's back in after being shaken up on the game's first possession.
Estamos todavía 8-5, mi
on the
gente.
right side, hands off to Dylan Andrews.
Al favor de los
back to Maryland, drives left, gets to the low block, working against Jorgensen. The joke hook is up and in.
Y entran 2 puntos más, de 10-5, con 14 minutos y 47 segundos en el reloj.
Maryland, you know, just not a great score, but easily enough there as he gets to the front of the hoop.
So 10-5 lead for Boise State, doubling up Colorado State. Top of the key, it's Mooney's. Mooney's driving inside, lip fake, stepping in.
Y no está pasando la bola llegó hasta debajo del canasto sin jugar con su equipo ni nada, no buscó ayuda ni nada en ninguna clase.
4 steps and scores it.
I may have dipped his shoulder as well, right through the double team.
Yo pensaba que ahí había visto un foul.
Andrews ain't afraid of anybody in transition.
And a 12-5 lead for Boise State. Out front, here's McIver driving on Andrews. Got 2 feet in the paint, sends it out to Butler. Boise State's been stifling on defense so far here. Buchanan nearly poked it away from Booth out front. Back up between the rings, it's McIver with 8 to shoot. McIver driving left.
Y entró.
Reverse layup is up and in.
¡Wow! ¡Qué buena bola! Tremendo tiro eso, completamente 100% debajo del lado del canasto. Y está 12-7 ganando los blancos Broncos. Y de 3 la entra con 15 puntos ahora anotados en el tablón. Y 7 con los Colorado Rams, que son los verdes. 13 minutos con 20 segundos en el reloj. Y ahí tiene aquí de afuera de 3 y fallan. No han podido conectar ni un solo tiro de 3 en este día de hoy. Los Rams de 3 y fue nada, pero en el aire, lo que dicen Evo.
Well, let's see. Shot clock got reset there. Not sure if that's what they blew the whistle for or what.
I think it didn't reset, and luckily for us, as Broncos essentially about to get a wide open layup.
All right, so Keith Kimball coming over saying he wants 13:09 on the game clock.
Let's see if somebody off the bench here can kind of get things going for the Rams, bring a little juice. Get Darnez Slater, Augie Cutelis, and Rex
after stoppage, 13:09 on the game clock, 21 on the shot clock, White's basketball.
All right, so 21 on the shot clock, 13:09 on the game clock.
Tenemos 21 segundos en el reloj de tiro. Y 13 minutos con 6 segundos en el reloj de medio tiempo.
Turn it over. Just the second turnover of the game for Boise State.
Let's see if the Rams can get the ball moving around the horn a little bit. Feels like it's getting stuck into one side. We're having a lot of dribbling going on, and everyone knows we're at our best when the ball's flying around and our assist rate's up.
Ahora están jugando en equipo.
Right, Rams in the front court. Rashawn Bemba has it up the high post.
Están pasando la bola. Ahí tiene debajo del canasto. De 3 adentro. De 3 adentro.
Boy, just got smashed in the face. Andrews inadvertently caught him with the arm there.
Como pudieron ver, hubo un contacto ahí fuerte.
Doesn't get the initial bump there as he catches the ball underneath on a cut. But he doesn't go up. If he goes right up, he's wide open. He goes up, he's probably got a chance at an and one or some free throws. Got to be stronger than that. No, Buchanan's on your back.
Slater has it on the right wing. Feeds it right to the lane. Here's Cutelis banging his way into the paint. Had to send it out though. Rexsteiner, top of the key. Fakes the 3 into the paint. Lays it off.
Buena. Ahora eso fue un pase que no se lo estaba ni esperando.
To catch that 2-foot pass, you know, in traffic like that.
¿Cómo llegó esta bola, mi man?
Two guys to get to the other side of the rim.
De afuera de 3, un intento y da en la misma orillita del aro.
For the rebound against Boise State.
Who is it banging in there for the offensive rebound again? Javon Buchanan, I mean, he's just a menace. As soon as that shot goes up, better get a body on him. Good job from Cutelis, who's pretty good at doing that as well.
That's the first time Buchanan. And the 14 foul against Boise State.
Y está la anotación 15-9 ganando los Broncos de Boise State, mi gente.
Colorado State building up that big lead at New Mexico on Wednesday, and then the full court pressure really bothered CSU.
Tienen los Rams la bola y tiran de 3 y conectan para subir los puntos de ellos 12-15. Están perdiendo solamente por 3 puntos. Eso se pueden empatar en cualquier momento.
What a pass to the corner from Jevin Mooney's.
And Cudelis had that monster 3 with about 7 minutes to go in the game on Wednesday. The silencer. Fielder top of the key. Fielder driving.
Tenemos 11 minutos con 46 segundos de reloj y cogen 2 puntos los Broncos para subir su anotación a 17-12, ganando los Broncos, los de las camisas blancas.
Jorgensen a few possessions earlier in the game and just playing with a whole different confidence out there.
17-12, lead is 5 for Boise State. Broncos have not trailed in the first half. 11:25 to go in the first. Rechsteiner gets clear for
de 3. Y Darrell del aro lo recupera el equipo y recuperanlo a 2 puntos. Mi gente. 14 los Colorado Rams contra los Broncos 17, los que están vestidos de blanco. Oh, wow, fallaron esa bola completa. De 3. Falla el tiro. Los recuperan los Broncos.
It's too bad. Great job again. Just keep up the pressure, keep up the intensity, and keep letting it fly. Make Boise State.
Y está afuera el número 3. Y lo pasan el agua adentro y no toca ni el aro. Intenta entrar con la bola y intenta subir. Y lo bloquearon con un foul por vía de los Rams.
10:37 to go. We're in the first. We'll take a timeout. 17-14. Broncos in front of the Rams.
Entonces cogieron otro tiempo y regresamos después de estos anuncios, mi gente. Espero que estén disfrutando el juego. Pueden suscribirse, darle un dedo para arriba al video y prender la campanita con todas las notificaciones para que no se pierdan futuros videos de deporte con Juan Sábado Todo totalmente gratis.
Sports fans, we cheer on our favorite teams at fields, gyms, arenas, and stadiums. But have you ever wondered what it's like to be a referee? Verbal abuse from fans, parents, and coaches is the #1 reason why many referees are walking away. And they're not being replaced quickly enough by new ones. So put yourself in the official shoes, act with respect, and be officially human.
State Ram basketball today, brought to you by OCR, the Orthopedic and Spine Center of the Rockies, the official team positions of Colorado State University Athletics. Over 45 positions, providing care across 6 medical campuses. Learn more at orthohealth.com. Now 10:37 to go here. We're in the first half of play. 17-14, Boise State leading. Rams sitting at 20-10 overall and 11-8 in Mountain West Conference play. It seems like an eternity ago when you looked at the conference standings and CSU was sitting at 3-8. Well, that was on January 31st. Here we are on March 7th, and the Rams have not lost since. Meanwhile, for Boise State, 19-11 overall, 11-8, right there with the Rams and the Nevada Wolfpack entering Saturday, tied for 5th in the Mountain West Conference, and they have won 4 straight.
And both of these teams have really kind of had an up and down season to start. You know, that initial loss to, you know, the strip mall Sharks for Boise State, and then the Rams started so well and then just had a terrible December and January, and then for both of these teams to come out and go on the crazy run that they're on, I mean, it's just going to be a wild week next week in the conference tournament.
Andrew Meadow at the free throw line, and the first free throw is up, and it is good. Second free throw is good. Boy, Meadows' game has improved and grown over the years, and his appearance has changed over the years too, right? He had the long hair back a couple years ago, and then he was wearing the goggles, and that was the short hair and no eyewear. But he has been a terrific player for Boise State for 3 years now. Rams have him in the front court, trailing 19-14. Bemba has it left to the lane, drives inside, lays it up and in. They went right to work on errands.
Beat muscle with muscle, right? We talked off air, you know, a little different in the shot selection for both of these teams right now. And how about Bemba just taking it right to him in the middle of the paint?
19-16, Rams back within 3, Bronco basketball, Fielder top of the game. Nowhere to go, and now wants to back down here on Bemba, double comes, tries to hook a pass off, nearly threw it away, and stepping on the sideline, chasing the loose ball was Boise State and Spencer Aarons.
And that Rams staff saw exactly what we saw. We saw Fielder feeling a little too comfortable getting to his spots, and immediately Fielder goes to that walk-in post-up, and who comes from the baseline? Cutilus with a quick double team. You force Fielder into a tough spot, throwing the ball away like that, and the Rams get a turnover.
Again, a little full-court pressure here from Boise State. Bun Buom is getting some early run here for the Boise State Broncos. He did not play in the first matchup between these two teams. Rams get it back to Bemba, has it left to the lane. To the corner, Rechsteiner cuts inside the arc, slithers his way through. He's in trouble, throws it out of traffic, got it to Butler. Butler driving left in the lane. Butler pivots. 1 on the shot clock, and the Rams don't get a shot away.
Tough there. You know, Augie may have had a bit of a plea for a foul there as he goes up with 1 second on the clock, but it did almost look like one of the Boise State Broncos offense had a possession of that ball before it went out of bounds, but nonetheless, the Rams here working defensively.
So Nato going to bring it in the front court. The freshman from Angola lobs it inside to Fielder. He's in traffic and got bumped on that arm. It wasn't much, but there was enough to blow the whistle. And 2 free throws coming up.
It's the toughest spot to guard a pick and roll right at the top of the key. You force Rechsteiner and Mooney's come in, but they're late. And Fielder's already in front of the rim. By the time they get there, you just bump him on the catch, and he's going up. And I think it's a pretty good foul call.
And free throws up and good for Fielder. He mentioned Fielder had 33 on Tuesday night in the victory against San Diego State. Did a lot of his damage at the free throw line, Adam, who had 16 of 18 from the free throw line.
Just comfortable in any spot on the floor right now. That's why he's so dangerous. See the Rams falling for a lot of his ball fakes right now.
This is the second free throw. 20-16, Colorado State trailing.
20-16, mi gente, como pueden ver ustedes ahí.
Booth will check in at the next whistle. Kyle Jorgensen is checked in the game. Bemba to the bench. Mooney's top of the key. Now Rechsteiner, great look. That's a 3.
Knowing Rechsteiner's there waiting. Mooney's just couldn't wait to get that ball out of Jorgensen's hand because he had his shooter waiting in the pocket.
State's been cold from 3, but finally get one to go. 3 from Buom misses. Rebound to CSU. Colorado State front court looking for their first lead of the afternoon. Rechsteiner holds it up out between the circles. Off the bounce into the paint. Hooks a pass inside to Jorgensen. Outside Butler for the lead. Too strong. Pinballs around and finally finds Boise State and Andrew Meta.
And Augie Cutilus in there causing mayhem, just giving us everything he's got, almost poking that one free.
Fielder on the left wing, drives inside, walked with the basketball. That extra step.
And what about the heads-up play from Jace Butler, whose man's actually running the baseline, and for him to recognize Fielder driving his back, he just stands straight up, and Fielder was not expecting that at all and has to tiptoe his way to the hoop. Great recognition from Butler.
So 8 minutes to go here in the first half of play. Boise has led from the very get-go, but Colorado State has closed this down to 1. The large lead has been 8 for the Broncos in the first half. Back cutting in the lane, Butler! And the Rams have their first lead in the afternoon. What a look for Mooney's.
And initially the defense is great, isn't it? But it's the last second he comes free and open. Mooney's is planning on that. Puts it right where it needs to be.
Down the lane, Meadow couldn't get it to go. The rebound tipped out. Boy, Butler just got thrown to the court. Keene for three, and it's good. Boy, Ollie Brognes is red hot because Keene knocked down Butler to get the rebound and tip it out. And then Keene, of course, hits the three.
That's how usually it goes in the basketball gods. It's just a guy doesn't get a foul call and then gets open in the corner and knocks one down.
And Jorgensen with the answer. That's a three.
Jorgensen just so deadly with the pick and pop, just makes your five-man on the other side make such a decision. Do you help on the roll or do you get out to the shooter?
Jorgensen knocked down 5 triples at the pit on Wednesday. Broncos in the front court trailing. Meadow, he wants to answer, not going to be able to do it there. The rebound to CSU. Mooney's comes out of the back with it. His head up, racing up the sideline. Now he's going to back down, left to the lane, spins in a bit of trouble. Keene on him, kicks it out. Another three, Jorgensen. Not this time.
Nice replace though. He comes in and bails out Mooney's, who was doing his best job reverse pivoting to find anything, and Jorgensen just off there.
24-23, CSU with the lead, 6:14 to go. Andrews probing at the foul line, pulls the trigger and gets it to go.
I mean, that's just nasty work in the middle of the paint. He gets free off of 2 screens. Butler's there the entire time, but again, we just see him come free with that step back right in the front of the free throw line.
Lead back to Boise State, 25-24. Here's Butler inside the arc, lays it up. Whistle, travel. I didn't see that. And you go back to that drive by Andrews earlier in the first half. Man. But Jorgensen knocks down a triple. Colorado State and Boise State going back and forth. They have a timeout, 5:51 to go. We're in the first, 25-24 Broncos on the Mountain West Network, Colorado State Sports Network.
Sociales para aquellas personas que son amantes del deporte, a donde pueden venir a ver el deporte con Juan Sabro Todo como su anfitrión de gratis.
What's your beef? Old Trapper beef.
I always believed my greatest gift was my eye. Then I almost lost it, and everything went dark. Now I know my greatest gift wasn't my eye at all. It was my vision.
All right, 5:51 to go. We're in the first half of play. We're back inside Moby Arena. Quite terrific crowd here this afternoon as it's filled in very nicely. 25-24, Boise State on top of Colorado State. We have 5:51 to go here in the first half of play. Men's basketball brought to you by Lion Home Service, Colorado's #1 choice for heating and cooling, plumbing, drains, and electrical for quality home repair and maintenance you can trust. See their latest offers at lionhomeservice.com. Brian Roth, Adam Nigon with you. Boy, how about this? 4 lead changes within the last minute and a half of this contest, Adam.
Well, it's been a fun up and down after a bit of a slow start. The Rams really came out of the last time out, shot out of a cannon. In particular, it was the 3 subs, Slater, Cudelis, and Bemba came in. Cudelis +7 in this ballgame has really put his mark on us. He's got 5 points and 4 rebounds early in this game.
Broncos basketball out of the timeout. Pearson Carmichael has the top of the key. Buchanan's back in the contest. Here's Parolin, gonna kick it out. Can he airmail it into the second row of the stands?
Talked about the adjustment a few minutes ago, the double team on Fielder. Now it comes on Parolin, who was wide open underneath, but not expecting Muniz to come over as quick as he did. As soon as he caught it, airmails it to the corner.
And Booth was trying to cut through, and I believe they'll get Buchanan on that.
It's his second, and you know, a guy who got hurt early in this game, got free for a couple of offensive rebound opportunities, and now he's going to have to watch what he does here the rest of this half. I would go right back at him.
JoJo McIver's back in the lineup for Colorado State. Had a pretty nifty reverse layup earlier in the contest. Picks up his bounce here. Hands to Mooney's on the angle left. Just 10 of the shot clock. Ali Frogmanesh telling his team to go, go. Butler has to settle for a step back three, and it glances off the rim, and it goes out of bounds. Not a great offensive possession that time for the green and gold.
But a great defensive possession for the Broncos.
No
I mean, just stifling us everywhere we go. You can't get off of them on the dribble, and then you're not relying on switching and rotations defensively, where you see just nothing going good for the Rams offensively.
Andrews rises for three, missed it. Rebound, got tipped out to Buchanan. And the paint, here's Parolin on the low block. Backing his way down at Jorgensen, sends it out though. Skip pass, Keene in the corner. One of the three, not gonna take it though. 7 on the shot clock. Here's Carmichael in the paint, runner up and in. Pearson Carmichael, the sophomore.
That's tough, because that's great defense. Individual effort from MacGyver, closing out to the corner, keeping his feet, and then coming in and showing on the drive at that.
27-24, lead back up to 3 now for Boise State. Booth back cutting in the lane, has it underneath, lays it up and in.
Carey just beat up every time he catches the ball, and Javon Buchanan again playing with those 2 fouls. Carey had to work to get himself to the other side of the rim there.
First bucket of the game for Booth. Carmichael rises, that's a 3, misfires, rebound, Booth has it. And with under 4 minutes to go in the first half, Rams have a chance to regain the lead here. MacGyver driving on Andrews, spins, pivots in the paint, is in a bit of trouble, has to lob it all the way out front to Mooney's. 15 to shoot. Rams will reset. Right back in the hands of the freshman point guard, MacGyver. Butler catches on the right side, drives on Keene into the paint, kicks out to Booth, fakes the 3, fires the 3, tried to draw the foul, couldn't do it. Rebound to Boise State. Ram fans wanted the foul, but not going to get it. Quite frankly, I don't think it's deserving either. Right side, Parolin going to hand off there to Andrews. Andrews, baseline, on the drive, lays it up and in.
Nobody home in the help side, but you can't be in help side because Javon Buchanan absolutely buries MacGyver the entire possession. And Coach Ali's really mad at MacGyver, but Buchanan absolutely puts him in a position he can't get around to the front. Great drive there on the mismatch from Dylan Andrews.
All right, well, Carey Booth tried to draw the foul, but they could not bait the official into it. We have a timeout. Ali Frogmanesh has called it. He was really red hot at his team with a blown assignment defensively just a moment ago. 3:10 to go in the first. 29-26 Broncos on the Mountain West Network and the Colorado State Sports Network from Learfield.
What would you do if you couldn't fail? Would you see every setback as a catalyst to keep going? This is the innovator's mindset. Because innovation demands daring. It's finding thousands of ways that don't work, and the one that changes everything. Because we know changing the world doesn't happen by chance. It comes out of the blue.
We're all seeking a spark, that can't deny it feeling that pushes you forward. For us, it starts here. Where elevation fuels inspiration and roots run deep. We make a difference with high-impact research and rise up when it matters most. Your education begins on campus, but your experience can take you anywhere. When you find your energy at CSU, you discover anything is possible.
All right, 3:10 to go here in the first half. Back at Moby Arena, 29-26, Broncos on top of the Rams. We have seen 4 lead changes in the contest. Brian Roth, Adam Nigon with you. Great to have everybody with us on the simulcast today on the Mountain West Network and the Colorado State Radio Network. And 2 p.m. game here. There's a 2 p.m. game going on at the Spectrum in Logan, Utah. And Utah State with 5 minutes to go in the first half, up 34-28 on New Mexico. That's a Aggies team, but they win that outright Mountain West Conference regular season chance.
Yeah, I know a lot of people tuning into that one, and what a disappointment for the Lobos, as they would have had a chance to have an outright conference championship as well had they handled the business against us the other night. But what is life? It's the Mountain West, another day, another dollar, and again, the Rams really propelled themselves in that second half.
Jorgensen with the dunk on the feed for Mooney's.
me if I'm wrong, that's the first Jorgensen dunk in a while, in at least 5 or 6 games. Don't see that a lot. Great call from out of the timeout from Ferokmanich there. Let's see if we can back it up with a stop.
Well, that's the 5th assist already here in the first half for Jevin Muniz. He's a great distributor. Andrews top of the key. Andrews drives right, kick to the corner to Keene. Not going to shoot the 3 there. Outside to Fielder, the big man. Out of Carmichael on the angle, right 6 on the shot clock. Carmichael spinning inside the paint. Throws up a wild shot and it goes in. Man, Carmichael's hit 2 really tough runners.
And that slow jump stop too, where you see the whole Ram bench calling for a travel. I'd like to take a look at Jace Butler's feet, the possession earlier where they called a travel on him, because it certainly looked like the same play to me. Again, Carson Piermichael, a guy who really can hurt you, slash into the basket.
Well, lead back up to 3 here. $1:56 to go in the first half. High post Jorgensen. Outside to Muniz. Looking. And we get a foul away from the ball. It was Jorgensen trying to cut into the paint. And got grabbed by Fielder.
It's essentially the same play. You just feel Fielder, you feel Parolin cheating those down screens, that high ball screen. And so what do? You slip right to the rim. And Fielder holding on for dear life, otherwise he's going to give up another dunk.
Rams will throw it in. Right, Fielder looking for the steal, and he just ran right through Jorgensen, nearly knocked him out of bounds. Ali Ferokmanich was holding his hands up, looking for a foul. Now, boy, there's another foul away from the basketball. This is going to go on Carmichael. So that'd be the 17th foul.
Well, surprised Mooney misses Jorgensen initially on the roll as Jorgensen showing him his chest, nobody there, but looking to go from the top down, and Carson Piermichael just getting abused there on the switch and roll.
Y tenemos, mi gente, aquí en reloj, menos de 2 minutos en esta primera mitad. Como pueden ver, 1 minuto con 41 segundos ahí arriba.
30 assists in the last 4 games does Jevin Muniz, the lone senior here tonight, Honor.
Averaging 7.5 over his last 4. Insane.
Y falla, en la línea de foul falla. Y está 31-28, mi gente, a favor de los Broncos, los de las camisas blancas, que tienen la bola en mano ahora mismo. Y están entrando y tiran de 3 y fallan. Recuperan la bola, tiran de 2 y entran, conectan. 2 tiros más, 2 puntos más, mi gente, para Boys, poniéndolo en una posición de 33 en puntuación a 28, ganando hoy a favor de ellos. Quedan 20 segundos en el reloj de tire. Y va a tirar de 3 y falla. Recupera la bola.
53 seconds to go here in the first half of play. Broncos up by 5. 10 on the shot clock now in the reset. Here's Muniz crossing over. Working on Fielder, steps back, down to Booth.
De 3 y fallan de nuevo. 2 intentos de 3, fallan los 2. 33-28 ganando los Broncos, los la camisa blanca, y 30 segundos en el reloj de medio tiempo.
This thing is up to 8, matches the large lead of the first half, and Leon Rice has called the timeout.
Y cogieron un tiempo extra aquí, timeout.
3 times now in the first half we've seen him step back into a something there, getting his toes behind the 3-point line.
So it's a 7-0 run here for Boise State. The Rams haven't scored in 2.5 minutes. And all of a sudden this thing is up to 8 for Boise State. Broncos just 3 of 13 from deep. The Rams just 3 of 13 from deep. But coming to the game, while Boise's a nice 3-point shooting team, obviously the Rams one of the best 3-point shooting teams in the nation.
Well, the difference is they're cleaning up some of their misses. They've got 8 offensive rebounds that have led to 13 second chance points. On the other side, the Rams have, just the 2 offensive rebounds that have led to 2 second chance points. So, take a page out of their book. If we're going to throw up, some bricks, we got to go get them and try and make something out of nothing.
You see that largest lead has been 8 Boise State here in the contest.
Y como pueden ver aquí, tienen el control de la bola. Quedan 17 segundos en el reloj. 36-28 ganando los Broncos. Tienen la bola los Rams, que son los de verde.
7 seconds to go. Mooney's
Quedan
off the
7
bounce,
segundos
got
en
to
el reloj,
Rexsteiner,
4
baseline
segundos,
drive. Rexsteiner
2 segundos y tira la bola y fallan.
The buzzer will not go, and that's how the first half will end.
Y se termina la primera mitad, mi gente.
Took the lead on a couple of occasions, but
Y nos conectamos ahora, mi gente.
The first half of the Broncos take an 8-point lead into the intermission. 20 minutes in the books. Broncos 36, Rams 28. Halftime show comes up next on the Colorado State Sports Network and the Mountain West Network.
Old Trapper Beefs. One-upping.
I'm a big Old Trapper fan. Not bigger than me. I love Old Trapper. I love how tender it is. Don't forget the wood smoke flavor.
What about the clear bag?
That shows you exactly what you're getting.
Savory beef.
Quality ingredients. I'm their biggest fan. I'm their
Old Trapper, what's your beef?
Will you sign my bag and my tattoo?
Credit Union One offers everything you need to get the most out of your accounts every day. With digital banking, you can pay bills online, set up personalized budgeting tools, easily transfer money between accounts, and more. Plus, you can get paid up to 2 days sooner when you set up direct deposit. Get started at cu1.com.
I always believed my greatest gift was my eye. Then I almost lost it, and everything went dark. Now I know my greatest gift wasn't my eye at all. It was my vision.
It's Truck Month with the Ford crew.
Truck Month only happens once a year.
So it's gotta be big.
Like available Pro Power on board big.
Protect it with the Ford Security Package big. Biggest deals of the year big.
There's only one, Ford Truck Month.
Deal's so good, we need a bigger door big.
Oh yeah.
And now get 0% APR for 60 months with 0 down and 0 payments for up to 90 days. Plus 1,000 Truck Month cash on select Ford vehicles. Old Trapper Beefs. Pack smash.
My peanut butter and jelly.
Ew.
Oh no. Yeah, I guess my ham and cheese didn't make it.
Old Trapper, what's your beef?
Now that's a great view.
Yep. Credit Union One free checking has everything you need to bank on the go. Make deposits and more with our highly rated mobile app. And get your direct deposit up to 2 days sooner with CU1 Early Pay. Open your account in minutes at creditunion1.org.
Marines are made for this. Made for the calling only warriors can answer. Made from an unshakable belief in our nation and a strength that comes from the determination to win together. But you'll have to earn your place among us, because you don't join the Marines. You become one.
In the heart of downtown Las Vegas, a sports oasis awaits. Stadium Swim, the ultimate outdoor amphitheater, built for the ultimate sports fan, with a colossal screen that brings the game closer than ever. Reserve a daybed, private cabana, or lounge in the center of it all. 6 pools to dive into as the game heats up. And the best part, there's never an off-season. Open 365 days a year. Stadium Swim, it's always spectator season.
It's here. EA Sports College Football 26. Mountain West is in the game. Now it's your turn to call the plays, win the rivalries, own the moment. Your school, your squad, your chance to take the title. It's time to step up and make history with your favorite Mountain West team, where stars are born.
Gatorade has the #1 proven electrolyte blend, designed to hydrate better than water, made to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel, so you can lose more sweat and run the game. Gatorade, is it in you?